JT Toppin. Battle has it, middle of the floor, on the N in Madness, guarded by Emmanuel Sharp. Battle hits EK with a pass on the left wing. The big on the perimeter, backing down Tugler, well away from the bucket, and an offensive foul as EK wrapped his arm around Tugler. So EK with the foul, and Gonzaga turns it over again.
Gonzaga has as many turnovers as they have shot attempts, 3 and 3. That was an easy one for Graham Ike, who again, Ted, if you're noticing, they're posting up Graham Ike 18 feet from the rim. He can't get deep post position yet.
What's the point of that is the question, and that's not something you would see from EK all that often in the Gonzaga offense.
If your big is out that high, you might as well just keep the ball moving.
4-2 Houston, 17-13 mark first half. Roberts sets the screen. Uzan darts left. He retreats to the perimeter. He floats top of the key to Sharp on the left. Poked away by Nembhard. Steal by Huff. Right to left Gonzaga. Nembhard skip feed. Hickman bobbled on the catch. Left wing three. Around and out to the left. Loose ball underneath. Picked up by LJ Cryer in Houston. Cryer left to right. He moseys to the right wing. Cryer had it knocked out of his hands by Hickman. It's out of bounds, no call yet, and Pat Adams confers with one of his officials here, heading the other way. Belongs to Gonzaga.
Yeah, one of the referees was blocked. He had no view of who touched that ball last. Critical defensive possession for Gonzaga. They need more active hands.
4-2 Houston. We've played 3 minutes and 15 seconds here in Wichita. Winner to the Sweet 16 to meet Purdue. Huff has it up top for the Zags to the hash mark right side Nembhard. Nembhard given space by Uzan. His three is an air ball, and it bounces beyond the stanchion.
Nembhard is a reluctant shooter in any area. He certainly doesn't want that three. Didn't look like he wanted to take it at all. He only scored 3 points in their first game against Georgia. 1 for 3 from the field. I think Houston is going to go under ball screens, under dribble handoffs, and make Nembhard a scorer today.
Gonzaga has only 2 points in their first 7 possessions. We're talking about one of the most efficient offenses in the nation, but they're facing one of the most efficient defenses in the nation. In fact, number 2 in defensive rating is Houston. Sharp has it out front for the Cougs. Hits Cryer left, back to Sharp now on the right side of the floor. Being followed by Hickman, bounce it to Javier Francis, who's checked in. France goes up with the push shot, no good. Roberts offensive rebound, out to Cryer, and he bangs in a three-pointer from the left wing. 7-2 Houston. Cryer had 4 threes in the first half in the first round against SIUE. Gonzaga ball shooting to our left. Battle on the left wing. Catch and shoot off a feed from Nembhard. Oh, way off to the left. Hit the backboard, no rim. Uzan in transition. Cryer wants another from the left wing. He connects again. LJ Cryer can light it up in a hurry. It's 10-2 Houston.
Houston is outrunning the Zags right now.
Battle curves the arc left to right. Nembhard at the hash mark. Skip it to Hickman. Bounce it to Huff. Mid-block left. He's pushed to the perimeter. EK skip it right. Battle extra to Nembhard. 10 to shoot. Nembhard chest pass to Hickman. Past Roberts. Fouled in the lane. Roberts was going for the steal, and he slaps his thigh in frustration. A foul with 6 on the shot clock. Timeout on the court. 15-11 to go in the first half, and the timeout is sponsored by Rocket. Own the dream. The top seed Houston up 10-2 over the 8 seed Gonzaga. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
At Meineke, doing car care right means easy payment plans. With multiple financing solutions, Meineke has options specifically designed for people with credit challenges. See your locally owned Meineke today for details on custom payment plans. Visit Meineke.com and schedule an appointment today. Each Meineke is independently owned and operated. Trust your key with Meineke. Meineke, doing car care right.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions, a very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
You can just move through life, or you can find the things that move you. It's your choice. Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose your shot. Take it. Choose to get in there. Choose your calling. Choose your path. Just choose. We craft cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. You know who you are. Mazda. Move and be moved.
I wake up.
2 over Gonzaga, 15-11 mark first half in Wichita. Let's check each team's tournament resume, sponsored by Monster.com. Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. Monster.com provides great coaching and millions of job openings. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today. Houston, in their second year in the Big 12, they've won the regular season title in the league both years. Also the tournament champion this year, 31-4. Gonzaga, 26-8. They finished second in the West Coast Conference to St. Mary's in the regular season, but they got payback on the Gales with a tournament title. And Gonzaga trying to make their 10th consecutive Sweet 16, 9 in a row, the longest active streak in the country. But Casey, they've been punched in the mouth here early.
They really have. Houston has come out. Folks, if you're listening and you've watched Houston play on television before, I'm telling you, we're here in person, and it is even more impressive how they close out multiple times on guards, and they're physical without fouling.
Gonzaga ball, front court left, Huff in the lane, up top Hickman, whips it inside, Ben Gregg in for the first time, and Gregg scores off the window.
Gregg was their usual starter along with Graham Ike in the post, but Mark Few has been going with Graham Ike and Braden Huff. Gregg trying to get back in that rotation, Ted. That'll help.
10-4 Houston, 14:45 to go first half. Roberts bounces to Uzan out front. Pass to Cryer deflected. Francis regains it. Cougs with 10 to shoot. Uzan on the end in madness. He zooms to his right. Huff on the show. Down low to Roberts. Banging against Gregg. Turns baseline. Right-handed hook is short. And Gregg clears the rebound. Gonzaga right to left. Battle on the hop. Picked up by Sharp. Over to Gregg. Right wing three. That is short. Rebound in the far right corner, collected by Juwan Roberts. And we welcome those of you just joining us across our network. 14-10 mark first half. Houston, the number 1 seed, up 10-4 over Gonzaga. Roberts hangs from the left side, banks it home. It's now 12-4 Cougs over the Zags.
Roberts and Tugler have been extremely aggressive with their offensive touches, much more so than they were in their first round win.
Houston's defense dialed in early. Gonzaga down low. Gregg with another basket. Gregg trying to give Gonzaga a lift off the bench tonight. Zags are now 3 of 9 from the field, just 0 of 4 from 3.
Ben Gregg's played 1 minute. He's attempted 3 shots already. I like that efficiency.
Uzan has it, 4 court left. Over to Cryer near side. Calls for Roberts to set a screen. Cryer bounce it to Roberts. In the lane, met by Huff. Feed it to Francis. Going up strong from the left side. And Francis is fouled. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
College Sports Radio is your home for the NCAA tournament.
For the win, it's good!
Hear reaction all day long on SiriusXM Channel 84 and the SiriusXM app.
Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson, our crew here in Wichita, Kansas. 13-6 Houston over Gonzaga, 13:27 to play in the first half. Javier Francis at the line, the senior from New Orleans, knocking down the first free throw. One more from Francis, who has had now back-to-back strong games off the bench. The Big 12 championship, first round of the NCAA tournament, he had 13 and 8 on Thursday against SIUE. Francis misses the second one long, and Huff corrals the rebound for Gonzaga.
I can't stop staring at Francis's arms, Ted. He's 6'8" with a 7'5" wingspan. It's incredible.
Just about everybody for Houston has a long wingspan. Huff against Francis. Turns to his right, in the lane, shot off the mark, too strong to the left. And the rebound for Houston, and Malik Wilson, who is checked in, the 6th-year senior in his 3rd year with the Cougs, transferred from Texas Tech, who won earlier tonight on this floor. Cryer on the left wing, driving against Nemhard, backs out with it, bounce it to Francis in the left corner, 10 to shoot. Net by Huff. Francis up and under with the right, no good. And a whistle blows. Foul called here against Gonzaga.
I think that was a push on Ben Gregg. It's pretty clear to me Gonzaga's defensive game plan in this one. I've been watching the last couple of possessions. They are staying home on shooters, right? LJ Cryer, they're basically face guarding him. They are making Houston's big guys be the playmakers.
Dusan with 20 on the shot clock, throws it into Cryer. He's in the corner. Now drifts back toward the timeline against Hickman. Bounce it to Tugler, bobbled it, got it back to Cryer. 18-foot fall away is good. Cryer bailed him out. He's got 8 points. It's 15-6 Houston. Nolan Hickman has it on the left wing for Gonzaga. Leads Michael Ajayi, the Pepperdine transfer who's in for the Zags. Turnaround jumper from the foul line, banked it home. I don't think he called the bank. Doesn't matter, it counts.
But just 2 nights ago, he had the same exact play off the bounce, about right at the foul line. He banked it in. Maybe he works on that play. I don't know.
It's in his bag. It works. 15-8. Cryer, baseline jumper. That's pure. No backboard needed. 17-8. Cryer in double figures with 10.
His last 2 were fadeaway 2-point buckets with a hand in his face.
Cryer 4 of 4 to start. Battle driving on Malik Wilson. Left side of the lane. Rejected by Tugler. Out of bounds. Still Gonzaga ball. That's why JoJo Tugler was the defensive player of the year in the Big 12. And by the way, he's got a 7'6" wingspan. 17-8 Houston over the Zags. 11:42 to go in the first half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doop doop, and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
Then we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
You know what I love about spring? It's a season of change, and that means it's time for a closet refresh. Enter Kohl's. With the extra 15% off they have going on, I saved on the latest styles for my entire family, like a cute dress for myself, linen shorts for my husband, and spring jackets for my kids. Just add sunshine and we're set. All thanks to Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. 15% offer ends March 23rd. See store or kohls.com for details.
When you partner with CDW, your people get more out of technology. CDW AI architects deliver Microsoft services to automate tasks and boost productivity, helping sales reps connect with more customers. Remote teams collaborate seamlessly, and small businesses compete at scale. That's amazing. Make amazing happen. Microsoft and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/modernwork.
It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel, walk-behind, zero-turn, and stand-on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow. Available at participating dealers.
Ted Emmerich and Casey Jacobson here at our Grainger broadcast position in Wichita, Kansas. For the ones who get it done, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade products for all industries, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. First ever meeting between these two college basketball titans, and it's in the second round. Houston, the top seed, 17-8 over the 8 seed Gonzaga. 11:42 to go in the first half. Houston was up 10-2, Casey, at the first media timeout, and Gonzaga's trying to settle down here.
Yeah, Ben Gray came in off the bench and gave him a couple of buckets to at least settle them down. But Houston, they're showing their balance. That Houston is one of only 3 schools this season to rank in the top 10 in both offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency. Those 3 schools, Duke, number 1 seed, Florida, number 1 seed, and Houston. And that's it. This is incredible what we're watching.
And isn't that so predictive, too, year after year? Who's going to win the national title? You've got to be good on both sides. Nemhard near sideline, throws it into Graham Ike. Gonzaga ball, 10 to shoot. Ike down the left lane line, cut off by Arsenault and Tugler. 5 on the timer. Battle jabs with the right against Sharp. Battle a step back 3 in front of us, offline to the right, and Tugler skies for the rebound. Houston left to right. Cryer on the hop. He darts left of the circle, 3-pointer around and out. Cryer's first miss tonight. They started 4-4 and 2 of 2 from 3. Nemhard out front. He tries a 3. That's off the front of the rim. Nemhard wanted a foul. No whistle.
Graham Ike is Gonzaga's leading scorer at 17 points a game. He has yet to attempt a shot. He's only touched the ball 3 times. He's double-teamed every time.
Tugler has it high post right against Ike. Tugler with Ike swiping at him. Finds Wilson. Stops just outside the left elbow. Gives it back to Tugler. Shovel it to Wilson. 7 to shoot. Sharp between the legs against Dusty Stromer. Sharp hangs and banks it in. Emmanuel Sharp. Big body for a guard.
Yeah, he's built more like a tight end on the football field. That was a physical drive.
Listed at 6'3", 210. Nemhard the drive against Sharp. And foul called against Emmanuel Sharp. Houston's up 19-8, 10:33 to play in the first half.
I'm looking at Gonzaga point guard Ryan Nemhard, leads the country in assists. The last 2 possessions, he's been hailed, and he keeps looking at the officials. Are you going to call it? Are you going to call it? That's Houston. They grab and hold, and they dare the officials to blow the whistle. You can't call everything. That's what they say.
They're making that bet on a nightly basis, no matter the emphasis on freedom of movement. Houston's so physical. Nemhard slashes to his right outside the arc, bounce it to Ike down the left lane line. There's a touch and a shot by Graham Ike, and it goes in.
And a free lane to his strong left hand. He is very dominant to that strong hand. Houston's got to take it away.
19-10 Houston, 10-10 to go first half. Sharp dribbles to the right elbow, puts it up over Nemhard, got it again. So back-to-back buckets for Sharp. Pass in transition here to Ike, off his hands, out of bounds. And boy, Ike says, wait a second, there's no way I was the last one to touch it. But no, it's Houston ball.
That should have been caught by Ike. That could have been a dunk.
Robinhood Gold gets you a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Gonzaga pressure in the backcourt against Uzan. 21-10 Houston. 9:50 to play first half. Uzan now across the timeline on the N in madness. Guarded by Ryan Nemhard. Uzan hooks a pass to Malik Wilson in the corner against Stromer. Backs up with it. Takes it to the left elbow. Bounce to Uzan. 6 to shoot. Uzan points with his right hand. Uzan switches to his left. Step back 3 over Nemhard with a good contest. It's short and a long rebound to Nemhard. Gonzaga on the move. Transition opportunity. Houston gets back though. Nemhard picks up the dribble to Ajayi. Steps into a 3 straight on. It's off the front of the rim. Wilson with the rebound.
Houston will live with those kind of shots from Ajayi, who's not very good from the 3-point arc.
Wilson zooms past Ajayi. Ajayi erases the shot. It's out of bounds and Gonzaga ball. A foul called against Houston. Boy, what a defensive play by Ajayi. And he got pushed by Malik Wilson as Ajayi was trying to hustle for it. So Wilson with his first. And the third team foul against Houston.
That was Trey Cryer back in for Houston, who was brilliant. 4 for 4 from the field as the leading scorer for Houston. Got a nice rest. It's got to be nice for Kelvin Sampson to take the leading scorer out, and the lead either stays or extends against Gonzaga.
And Emmanuel Ncinti is in for the first time for Gonzaga. The sophomore from Italy taking the place of Stromer. Houston by 11. Under 9 to play first half. Nemhard out front. Whips it to Hickman on the left wing. Drives past the closeout of Cryer. Off at the left elbow. Over to Nemhard. Roll it into EK. Left-handed hook is good. EK down low with another bucket. It's 21-12, Houston.
A really nice ducking right in front of the rim. That's called a 2-footer. That's, you either have to foul him or it's going to be 2 points.
Suzanne whips it to the left side. Juwan Roberts spins past Huff. Right-hander is short. And Gonzaga with the rebound. EK ahead to Nemhard up the far side, right to left. Stopped by Sharp at the hash mark. Kelvin Sampson barking at his defense at this end of the floor. Huff has it, back to the basket, turns baseline against Roberts. On the mid-block now. Huff bluffs right, heads left, pass to EK, deflected and stolen. Dangerous pass, Houston takes advantage. 5th Gonzaga turnover. Cryer, right of the circle, three-pointer on the way, right down the chute. L.J. Cryer drills his 3rd three of the first half. He's got 13 points. He is lights out here in Wichita. And Houston is doubling up Gonzaga, 24-12. 8 minutes to go in the first half. We step aside. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets.
Your life, your goals, your legacy. With a dedicated Fidelity advisor, it's all part of a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC.
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse.
I know. Just got the notification.
Made it.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Stay in the know with USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
24-12, the top seed in the Midwest region. The Houston Cougars on top of the 8th seed, Gonzaga. Time for the Coles fact of the game. Houston and Gonzaga are tied for the most wins in college basketball over the last 8 years. This goes back to the 2017-18 season, both with 239 wins. That's a fact of the game. Sponsored by Kohl's. Make this spring a stylish one with on-trend looks for every occasion when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first. Like you're saying, Casey, yeah, this game belongs much later in the tournament instead of the second round, but Houston coming out firing up a dozen.
Well, you called it before the game started that these are the two standard bearers for college basketball, right? And when Kelvin Sampson was asked about it yesterday, he said, not compare our program to Gonzaga. We've been doing it for 8 years. They've been doing it for 25 years. It was very humble of Sampson.
Absolutely. The longevity of Gonzaga, so impressive under Few. Huff push shot inside the foul line, rattles it home with his left hand. Gonzaga down 10, 24-14.
He has maybe the best float game of any center that you will see, and I think he learned it from Drew Timme, right? Watching him on film several years ago. These Gonzaga big guys can handle the ball.
And they have such great touch, even well away from the bucket from 15 feet in. Roberts, left-handed hook, over Huff, that rattles home. Houston back up 12, 26-14, 7:20 to go first half. Nemhard sprints right to left, stops in the short corner left, up top Huff, swing it to Hickman. Cryer leaping in front of him defensively. Straightaway battle against Sharp. Trying to find airspace. Goes behind the back. Sharp picked his pocket. Transition left to right. Sharp trying to hammer it. EK got a piece of it. Sharp left it short. Loose ball. Tugler picks it up and throws it down with both hands.
Houston continues to flex on him. And Gonzaga jogging back, Ted.
28-14. Huff straight on three. Pure. What were you saying about his touch? Huff with the triple. It's 28-17.
Gonzaga's backcourt has got to join the party here. Nembhard, Caleb Battle, and Nolan Hickman are combined 1 for 8, the starting backcourt.
And by the way, Gonzaga now 1 for 8 from 3. That was the first made 3 of the game for the Zags. Uzan cuts to his left, guarded by Battle. Backtracks with it, 10 to shoot. To Tugler out front, guarded by EK. Bounce it to a cutting Uzan, met by Huff. Puts it up, no, but a foul. So Huff picks up his first personal. 14th foul against Gonzaga. Later on, we'll select the smart coaching move of the day, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. 28-17, Houston over Gonzaga. We've got 6:17 to go in the first half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
With Marriott Bonvoy, take your game day rituals on the road. No matter how you show your team spirit, find a stay for your style when you explore our entire world of hotel brands and experiences. Marriott Bonvoy has a brand for every kind of fan. Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Explore more at marriottbonvoy.com/NCAA.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
So, your small business is outgrowing your garage. You could go online, find a space, and get catfished. Or you could work with an agent who's a realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
It's time for basketball. And right now, Uber Eats has deals on McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
6:17, first half in Wichita. Second round, Houston 28, Gonzaga 17. The 1 seed versus the 8 in the Midwest region. Witness history in the making. The U.S. women's national team faces off against Brazil in the first ever professional women's sporting event at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles on Saturday, April 5th. To secure your seats, visit ussoccer.com/tickets. Ted Emmer, Casey Jacobson here at Intrust Bank Arena in Wichita. 28-17, Houston. L.J. Cryer with 13 of Houston's 28. He's 3 of 4 from long range.
He's been playing brilliant basketball, too. And, he's one of the most experienced guards in all of college basketball. He had 15 points in their round 1 victory. And that means he has scored at least 15 or more in 6 straight NCAA tournament games. So when you put Cryer on the floor, he will produce.
Cryer's trying to become the first player to win a men's national championship at 2 different schools. He was on the Baylor team in 2021. Didn't play that much on that team, but now as a fifth-year senior, a critical part for Houston. Cougs ball, front court right. Roberts has it on the left elbow against Braden Huff. Now out front it's Cryer. Being chased by Nembhard, picks up the dribble, bounce it to Roberts between the circles. Roberts takes Huff down low, spins, hook shot with the left, no. And the rebound, Gonzaga. Nembhard swiveling his head in transition, picked up by Uzan. Gonzaga just not able to run against this Houston defense that gets back.
Yeah, they need Nolan Hickman to get free from three.
Nembhard swerves to his right, over to Ike, launching a three from the right corner. That's too strong. Tugler pulls down the rebound. Ike, 11 of 30 on the season from downtown. 37%. Cryer, step back, straight on three. It's short this time. Roberts a long offensive rebound. Reload, Cryer right wing. Give it to him. Cryer's fourth three-pointer of the game, and it's 31-17 Houston.
Juwan Roberts is killing the Zags on the offensive glass.
Huff, mid-post left for Gonzaga. Against Roberts. Turns baseline, left-handed hook is pure. It's 31-19 Cougars.
The big men for the Zags are carrying them, at least keeping them within striking distance.
Huff now with 7. In fact, he has 7 in a row for the Zags. Uzan guarded by Battle. Houston front court right. Tugler hands it back to Uzan at the hash mark. He darts to his right, inside the right elbow. The floater is good. Boy, we saw that throughout the first round. First bucket of the game for Uzan. Nembhard runs after the made basket. Picked up by Tugler, the big for Houston, with the 7'6" wingspan.
He can guard positions 1 through 5. They're not even stressed about that, as Sharp got switched off on Graham Ike. He's going to pick up the defensive foul. But, Ted, I'm not even sure if Sharp guarding Ike is a mismatch. That's how strong Sharp is down there.
Sharp with his second personal, Casey, and so Sharp pulled by Kelvin Sampson here. Terrence Arsenault, the redshirt sophomore from Beaumont, Texas, coming off the torn Achilles a year ago, returns. Javier Francis is in as well for Tugler. Baseline right, far side. Nembhard lobs it into Ike, just inside the arc. Now backing down Francis through the lane, out to Nembhard. Left corner three is good. Ryan Nembhard's first points tonight. It's 33-22 Houston.
Gotta have it, right? There wasn't a Houston Cougar within 15 feet of Nembhard.
Uzan walks it up. The call on the Houston whiteboard is 1-5. Uzan starts right, heads to his left. Ike on the show, cut off. To Francis up top, handoff to Uzan, low dribble, right of the lane, stripped by Innocenti. He's on top of the basketball, just beyond the right elbow. It's a tie-up, and Gonzaga ball with the arrow pointing their way. And we've got a timeout with 3:55 to go in the first half. Top seed Houston in front of 8 seed Gonzaga, 33-22. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Buying a home used to feel like a complete headache. Listings here, pre-approval there, financing somewhere else. Now, Rocket is giving every home one address. Rocket.com. A single, seamless homeownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, and refinance your home. Everything you need, all under one roof. Visit Rocket.com. the new home for all things home ownership. Rocket. Own the dream.
Trip to the Sweet 16 on the line here in Wichita. Number 1 seed Houston up 33-22 over the 8 seed Gonzaga. Be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio with the NCAA Experience official ticket and hospitality packages. Official NCAA hospitality includes live entertainment, upscale food stations and beverages, appearances by NCAA legends, and much more. To be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio, visit ncaa.com/VIP. So Houston up 11. Houston's such a problem defensively, night in and night out. What are the answers for Gonzaga moving forward?
You got to limit your turnovers, meaning you got to, they're going to double team you, whether you're a post player, they'll double team you in the post. If you're Ryan Nembhard and you come off ball screens, they're going to double team you. Clean passes, and then you have to make quick decisions because they pre-rotate. They're going to be there. You're not going to get anything easy, Ted, but make confident, quick decisions. Look, Gonzaga's a really good three-point shooting team. They've had some open looks. They're 2 for 10 right now. They need some of those to go down.
They've turned it over 6 times. Battle brings it up right to left for the Zags. Huff hands it off to Nembhard. Oh, Nembhard bobbled it, got it back, defended by Uzan. He's right of the circle, picked up the dribble, bounce it to Ike. Back to the basket against Francis, trying to work his way to the lane. Roberts comes with the double, skip it to Battle, left of the circle. Battle, left side of the lane, driving, hanging, missed it strong. Ike offensive rebound, tapped away by Francis. Houston controls. Cryer in the forecourt, hook it to Terrence Arsenault, left wing. Guarded by Nembhard. Arsenault between the legs and a handoff to Uzan, the point guard. Uzan against Caleb Battle. Finds Cryer between the circles. 11 to shoot for Houston. Whip it to the right wing, and Uzan. Screen from Roberts. Roberts on the roll. Uzan finds him. Met by Ike. Turns one way. Turns right. Left-handed hook, no. And Huff grabs the rebound. Nembhard, head up, right to left. He was turning back with Roberts lurking. Nembhard backs it out. We're under 3 to play in the first half. 33-22 Houston. Nembhard, met by Roberts, foul line, bounce it to Ike, goes up against Francis, missed it from close range off the backboard.
Ike makes that shot 9 times out of 10.
Ike's 2 of 5, 4 points for Gonzaga's leading scorer on the season. Pass down low, Uzan to Roberts, turns right-hander, that's in and out, and Ike rips down the board. And to Nembhard, stops at the arc. Down low, Huff against the smaller Uzan. Oh, Huff left it short this time, and a long rebound to Cryer.
They had what they wanted. Braden Huff against the point guard for Houston. And Gonzaga, they're just pulling the string. Everything seems short.
Almost as if they are just a tad intimidated by the defense of Houston and the physicality they're encountering. 2 minutes to play first half. Nice. Pass from Uzan, intercepted by Nembhard. Ahead to Battle. He gathers against Uzan, and he scoops it in with the right hand. He wanted a foul. Whistle didn't blow. It's 33-24 Houston.
That is the first fast break points for Gonzaga. This is a team that lives on it. They want to fly up and down.
Team that's second in scoring offense in the country, behind only Alabama coming in. Uzan drops it off. Francis with the left-handed push shot, way off. And Huff grips the rebound for Gonzaga. 1:25 to go first half. 33-24. Cougs on top. Nembhard in the forecourt. Whistle blows. And a foul called against Houston. And Javier Francis, his first.
Graham Ike sprinted from rim to rim, and he started to post up as soon as Ryan Nembhard crossed half court. That's an early transition post up. And Javier Francis, I don't know if he's used to a guy like Graham Ike.
We welcome those of you just joining us across our network. 1:22 to go until halftime. Top seed Houston up 33-24 over the 8 seed Gonzaga. LJ Cryer leads all scorers with 16. He's hit 4 threes. And Achinti has it up top for Gonzaga. Battle a deep 3 from the right wing. That's a swish. Caleb Battle with his first 3 of the game, and a timeout for Houston. The Cougars have led by as many as 14, but Gonzaga slicing the deficit to 6 at 33-27. The Zags are on an 8-0 run.
And a timeout for Kelvin Sampson. You know he's talking to his guys. We knew that Gonzaga would respond. This isn't a team that's going to lay down. They have too much pride and too much talent. And Gonzaga's hoping that their speed and over the course of 40 minutes, that they might be able to wear down Houston. Again, Houston's amazing, okay? But they have lost 4 games. They're not a perfect basketball team. They have lost to Auburn, Alabama, San Diego State, and Texas Tech. So, sometimes you got to get over that if you're a player. Yeah, this team has only lost 1 game since December, but they put their shorts on the same way we do.
The Cougs do have the nation's longest active win streak at 14, and yeah, they've won 27 of 28 just since starting 4-3.
Come on, man. In the Big 12, they dominated the Big 12. They won that conference by 4 games. Texas Tech finished second with 5 losses.
Texas Tech already in the Sweet 16 in the West region. And Houston, another Big 12 squad, trying to join them. Winner here to meet Purdue in Indianapolis. Houston ball out of the timeout. Under a minute to play in the half. Cryer in the corner. Turns, feeds, Tugler. Push shot inside the foul line. Good from 10.
Really nice. JoJo Tugler, I'm not sure if he was just like, again, he didn't score in the first game. And while that's not his role, he really looks like it is his role in this one. He's been ultra aggressive.
Tugler with 6 to go with 5 rebounds. 35-27 Houston. Nembhard drives to the right elbow, met by Uzan. Huff bluffs the 3 against Tugler, 7 to shoot. Huff back to the perimeter to Battle. Between the legs against Malik Wilson. 3, 2 on the timer. Battle, jump stop, in the lane, throws it up, no. And Tugler soars for the rebound. Shot clock is off. 13 seconds remaining in the half. Houston up 35-27. Uzan and the Cougars shoot to our right. Screen from Francis. Uzan heads right. Uzan moseys left to the left elbow. In the corner to Cryer. Time running out. Cryer didn't get it off in time. Boy, head down. Cryer kept a low dribble. And it's probably the only mistake L.J. Cryer's made in the entire first half. 16 points from Cryer. 4 of 6 from 3. Houston up 35-27 over Gonzaga at the break.
Give Gonzaga some credit. Yeah, they are down, but they took a haymaker in the first 5-6 minutes of this one. Houston looks so strong. A few adjustments to be made by Gonzaga. They need to get Nolan Hickman involved in this game.
The sharpshooter for Gonzaga, scoreless. He has taken only 1 shot. One of these teams' Sweet 16 streak will come to an end. Gonzaga 9 in a row. Houston 5 in a row. Our halftime score, Houston 35, Gonzaga 27. When we return, we'll head back to our Straight Talk Wireless studios for the halftime report. Need more data so you can stream your jam mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. Looking for fast fun? Go for a spin at Chumba Casino. Racing's fast, but Chumba takes it up a notch. Nothing beats the rush of those high-speed spins. Big thrills, daily bonus boosts, action-packed games. Chumba's got it all to keep you in the fast lane. Ready to race? Let's Chumba. Pit stop at ChumbaCasino.com and play today.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void or prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
There's nothing more defeating than a bracket busted during the first few rounds. Clearly, you didn't have the right stats and data to make the right pick. Don't make the same mistake with hiring for your small business. Find top-tier talent in the right place with LinkedIn. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
College hoops fans, for comprehensive tournament talk, be sure to tune in to Off Campus on SiriusXM College Sports Radio. An expert roster of hosts break down all the brackets, interview players and coaches, and talk about all the game action, buzzer beaters, nail biters, upsets, and Cinderella surprises. That's Off Campus, weekday afternoons on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84. Brought to you by Carfax. Stop overpaying for used cars. Go to Carfax.com and always say, show me the Carfax.
Brad Heller, it is halftime of your final game of the night at this site, and we're happy now, as always, to be joined by our studio analyst, Nick Baugh, to talk about tomorrow's second-round action. Nick, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Tournament's off and running. This is great.
So we got the two number one seeds in action tomorrow. We'll start with the last two back-to-back national champs, the two programs to do that, UConn and Florida. But the Gators have just so much talent on that roster. Can UConn keep up with that?
I don't. I lean towards no. I look at Florida right now. I think they are playing better than anybody in the country. They ran through the SEC tournament, and they looked razor sharp in the first half, in particular their first-round opponent. UConn has had a hard time finding that consistency defensively. They were clutch, I thought, defensively down the stretch in that Oklahoma game. They got stops in the final 3 minutes of that game, and Caravan made some big plays as well. But if McNeely doesn't score for the Huskies, that's the thing, too. It's not just about defense. Like, you got to score to keep pace with Florida. Walter Clayton is playing at an All-American level. Going to be a tall task because I think the Gators are just they got so many weapons. They can beat you in so many different ways. But you never know when Danny Hurley's on that sidelines. It's kind of amazing. That was the first close game UConn has played in the tournament in multiple years. Because think about their back-to-back championship runs. They never got touched for the 12 games in the tournament. It's nuts.
Everything double digits until this game with Oklahoma in the first round. The other number one seed, Duke and Baylor. How do the Bears make life uncomfortable for Cooper Flagg and company?
I think mixing defenses. I think if you throw fastballs at Duke for 40 minutes, they're going to just slam home runs on you. You got to throw some changeups, throw some curveballs, do some different things. Baylor has some zone they can run that I think is a good thing to probably try to do. I thought for Duke, I thought Cooper Flagg looked good. I didn't think it looked like he was hobbling at all. But I think the biggest thing is you got to try to keep Duke out of rhythm, because if they get into a rhythm and a flow, they are also obviously a juggernaut offensively. But we'll see what happens. I mean, VJ Edgecombe is a very talented freshman for Baylor who came up big in the second half in that win over Mississippi State. Baylor's a talented team. They've been a little inconsistent. I certainly lean Duke there, but that should be a good one too.
Sticking with the baseball analogy, Alabama only throws fastballs, and St. Mary's only throws changeups. So this will be a fascinating contrast in styles.
Maybe even knuckleballs for St. Mary's. Yeah. with how slow they play. They are. Pace is going to be fascinating in this one. Bama wants a track meet. They won the game in the 90s. St. Mary's wants this game in the high 50s to low 60s. St. Mary's, here's the thing. St. Mary's is the number one rebound margin team in the country. One of the most important things in controlling pace is controlling the glass. So St. Mary's is going to be able to control the glass, which is extremely important. It's going to be interesting to see if, even with controlling that pace, if St. Mary's can find enough offense, because you're going to have to score against Bama.
And last one for you, between Colorado State and New Mexico, which one of those double-digit seeds you think has the best chance to get to next weekend?
I like Colorado State in terms of how they've been playing, but I think it's a bad matchup. Maryland's too good inside, and I think that's where Colorado State's a little vulnerable in the front line. So I think New Mexico's probably got the better chance of the two, mainly because they got an elite point guard in Donovan Dent, who down the stretch in that Marquette game just took things over. He's excellent in a pick-and-roll situation. And New Mexico's physical. You got to be able to match the physicality and the depth of Michigan State. So I think because of Dent, I'd give New Mexico the best chance to knock off Michigan State, but we'll see.
Mountain West versus Big Ten, we will see what happens. Nick Baugh, studio analyst for the entire tournament, thank you as always for stopping by.
Thank you.
All right, when we return, we'll check scores and highlights from everything going on so far today. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Hey, fellow Gen Xers, it's Elizabeth Banks.
Big news! The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the charge. After all, we gave the world the internet. We're trailblazers. Let's lead the way again because we are at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Head to vaxassist.com and schedule today. That's vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets.
Welcome inside the Straight Talk Wireless Studios here in Los Angeles. I'm Grant Heller. Need more data so you can stream your jam mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Houston up on Gonzaga at halftime, 35-27. Elsewhere, Wisconsin and BYU, a matchup of a couple of teams that know how to score points, but it's been the Cougars doing more of the scoring in the first half.
Foul called on the floor, so they will inbound. BYU into the left corner, goes to Baker. Baker turns the corner. Oh, Takeda! And he punishes the rim with a two-hand jam. 44-31, BYU.
Kevin Kugler on the call. BYU hasn't trailed yet, and they're up at halftime on Wisconsin, 47-36 in Denver. Meanwhile, number 1 overall, Auburn, down at halftime, but a big second half for the Tigers. They beat Creighton 82-70. The final score, a big 20-4 second half run, put the Tigers ahead to stay. They'll face Michigan on Friday in Atlanta. Wolverines rallied from 10 down in the second half to beat Texas A&M 91-79. John Calipari over Rick Pitino. Arkansas beat St. John 75-66. The 10-seed Razorbacks moving on to San Francisco on Thursday, and they will take on Texas Tech. The Red Raiders, their 4th Sweet 16 in the last 7 tournaments, as they beat Drake 77-64. Darian Williams and JT Toppling combined for 53 points. And Purdue kicked off the day, shutting down McNeese 76-62. The Boilermakers, their 3rd Sweet 16 in the last 4 years, both faced either Houston or Gonzaga on Friday in Indy. That's the tournament scoreboard, sponsored by Maintain X. Maintain X is the asset and maintenance app that brings your unplanned downtime to zero. Try for free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain and the letter x.com/MVP. Houston has not trailed. The Cougars lead Gonzaga 35-27 at halftime. We'll take a break. On the other side, we will rejoin Ted Emmerich and Casey Jacobson in Wichita. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the Men's Basketball Tournament.
The things that you can just move through life, or you can find the things that move you. It's your choice. Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose your shot. Take it. Choose to get in there. Choose your calling. Choose your path. Just choose. We craft cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. You know who you are. Mazda. Move and be moved.
I wake up.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. Looking for fast fun? Go for a spin at Chumba Casino. Racing's fast, but Chumba takes it up a notch. Nothing beats the rush of those high-speed spins. Big thrills, daily bonus boost, action-packed games. Chumba's got it all to keep you in the fast lane. Ready to race? Let's Chumba. Hit stop at ChumbaCasino.com and play today.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet is that someone else spent thousands of hours watching film and analyzing stats, so you didn't have to. When it comes to hiring for your small business, LinkedIn does the same thing with candidates. LinkedIn delivers the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates to make the best hiring decisions. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
35-27 over Gonzaga, the 1-8 matchup in the Midwest region. Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson with you. Let's check the halftime stats, sponsored by Barbasol. Barbasol shaving cream delivers a thick lather and close, comfortable shave for half the price of gels. Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol. Houston shooting 45% in the first half and 4 of 8 from 3. LJ Cryer was 4 of 6 himself, and I know Houston's three-point shooting catches your eye.
Yeah, because over the previous years, Houston's been successful, but their weakness, people would point out, is, but they can't shoot, right? Well, this Houston team, that's the opposite. This is the number 1 shooting team in the tournament before this thing started. And, it's a good point. 4 of 8, but LJ Cryer has them all, but they're capable and they play inside out. So I just think this is a different Houston team than in years past.
Cryer with 16, leading Houston's best offensive team that Kelvin Sampson has had to pair with that traditionally lockdown defense. Time now to connect with our analyst. That's you, Casey. For the second half keys, sponsored by Wago. Trust your game, trust your wiring with Wago electrical connectors. Gear up at wago.com/hoops for your next electrical project.
Ted, I'm always shot ready, man. Just throw me the ball whenever you want.
Go.
All right, keys, here we go. For Gonzaga, LJ Cryer, he's hurting them, but tough shots. You can't really do a whole lot more than what they've done with him. Don't worry about that. What they need to worry about is battling on the glass. They're being outscored in second chance points 12-2. To me, that is more of the difference on why Gonzaga is losing this game at halftime than anything else. And for Houston, their guards get back. They've continued to do that. Allow Tugler and Juwan Roberts to crash the glass, but the guards for Houston, they need to get back and build a wall because this Gonzaga team is coming on makes or misses. They're going to run, and they've done a really nice job. Gonzaga only 2 fast break points. If that trend continues, then I don't know if Gonzaga can beat Houston.
And Gonzaga hasn't been to the foul line yet. We've had 2 total free throws, both shot by Houston's Javier Francis.
I'm good with that. Free throws are boring, Ted.
I want action. We all do in Wichita. Halftime score, Houston 35, Gonzaga 27. When we return, we'll have the start of the second half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hoped it'd go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get...
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse.
I know. Just got the notification.
Made it.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Stay in the know with USPS Ground Advantage Service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
when the grass starts growing, it's time to get mowing with Steel. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel mowers are built to get the job done. Shop in-store or online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel. Let's go mow. Available for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Westwood One presents Great Moments in Tournament History.
April 2nd, 2007. The national title game between top-seeded Ohio State and the defending champion Florida Gators. Billy Donovan starting 5 and stayed in school for a chance at repeating. When 4 Florida players scored in double digits and they held the Buckeyes to a dismal 4 of 23 shooting beyond the arc, their mission was accomplished.
We're down to 3, we're down to 2, we're down to 1. That's it. We've said it before and we'll say it again. The Gators are national champions for the second consecutive season. The University of Florida has won the national championship in college basketball, just the second team to repeat in the last 34 years.
Joining the 1991-92 Duke Blue Devils as the only teams to accomplish the feat since John Wooden's UCLA Bruins back in the 70s. With another great moment in tournament history, I'm Kevin Kugler.
Ted Emmerich and Casey Jacobson here at our Grainger broadcast position in Wichita, Kansas. Gain a winning edge for your business with Grainger. Get fast delivery of industrial-grade supplies to help keep your operations going when you call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. 35-27, the top seed, Houston, over the 8 seed, Gonzaga. This is in the Midwest region. Winner to play the 4 seed Purdue in the Sweet 16 Friday in Indianapolis, not far from Purdue's campus. Houston, they got out to a 10-2 lead, Casey. They were up 14 at one point, and Gonzaga now hopes to continue what they had in the last few minutes of the first half.
Yeah, Gonzaga finished first half on an 8-2 run. It was a little bit of a bright spot, but look, when you're playing against Houston, a deficit is just like double it, right? So Gonzaga's down 8 against a normal team, no problem, right? But when you play against this Houston defense, it's like you feel like you're down 18 or 16, and that's the trouble for Ryan Nembhard. I don't know if he's gone against a more physical defense all season long.
3 points, 5 assists for Nembhard, maybe the best pure point guard in the nation. Gonzaga 1-5 this year when trailing at the half. The one win did come last week in the WCC tournament, the semifinals against San Francisco. No offense to the Dons.
Yeah.
The Houston Cougars are a different challenge. Time now for the start of the second half, sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday? How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credits. Credit the Houston bigs as well, in case you've touched on it, how the offense has flowed through them at times. JoJo Tugler and Juwan Roberts, they combined for 12 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists in the first half.
And I think that was by design from Gonzaga's defense. They wanted to try and take away the guards for Houston and make the bigs the playmakers.
Houston ball shooting to our left here in the second half. Uzan hash mark right. Top Juwan Roberts, one dribble, pivots against Brayden Huff. Looking for an outlet. Hits Uzan with it, backtracks against Battle. Uzan flows to his right. Gets Roberts with a pass, left elbow, backs down Huff. Right-handed hook is good with 6 to shoot.
Juwan Roberts is a left-handed player. I haven't seen him shoot with that right very often. Nice touch for him.
So the lead back to double figures, 37-27. EK drives on JoJo Tugler. He's left-handed as well. Missed it with the left. Tugler grabs the rebound. Uzan up the near side, right to left for Houston. He dashes to his right against Hickman. Finds Roberts. Push shot with the left over EK. Got it again. So back-to-back, one with the right, one with the left for Juwan Roberts. 39-27 Houston. EK guarded by Tugler, pass inside, batted away by Tugler, got it to Hickman though, left wing 3 is short, and Roberts collects the rebound.
If I'm Houston, I continue to run this play, a ball screen, and let Juwan Roberts make the decision. Gonzaga is denying all the perimeter players.
Roberts has it again, mid-block right against EK. He ducks toward the baseline, kick it to the perimeter. Uzan blows by Battle, floater with the right, in and out. Tugler tried to follow, his hand above the box, above the rim. Gonzaga takes it, left to right. Caleb Battle driving on Roberts, a foul as he had it stripped. So Roberts with the personal foul, and that's a second. Juwan Roberts is still playing with that brace on his right ankle. Kelvin Sampson told us the other day he's not 100%. I'm not going to play games. But it can't get any worse either. And Juwan Roberts with 10.7 rebounds is still effective.
And technically it could get worse if he did like a Cooper flag, roll it.
Yeah. Battle hits the first free throw. Get good at money so you can be a little bad. Invest well at empower.com.
First free throws for Gonzaga all game.
Boy, how about that?
Yeah.
Houston 1 for 2 at the line as a team.
And Houston is so physical, right? It's not like they haven't fouled. They just haven't been called for a shooting foul until now.
And Battle 93% at the line, third in the nation. Hits them both. 39-29 Houston. We've played a minute and 35 seconds in the second half. Uzan being watched by Battle. Angles to his left, right in front of us on the wing. Now Cryer out front. Feeds Roberts, dashing down, met by Huff. Floater with left. No, Tugler, a volleyball spike into the backcourt as Houston regains control. Cryer crossing the timeline to Sharp in the corner, guarded by Nembhard. Skip it to Uzan, feed the post. Roberts on the block left side against Huff. Right-handed dribble. He turns, and the right-handed hook is good. And Juwan Roberts hits Braden Huff with the too small up the floor. 41-29 Houston. Cougs have matched their largest lead. Huff on the block against Roberts at this end. On the right. Turns. Left-handed hook, and Huff scores over Roberts.
And Huff also did the too small. Okay, we got a little battle going. I'm here for it. This is the most aggressive I have seen Juwan Roberts in 2 months. He's shot 13 times already.
41-31 Houston, 17:20 to play. Roberts backing down Ike this time. Left-handed hook rattles around. That goes through. Juwan Roberts is on one to start the second half. It's 43-31 Houston. Ike rolls it into Huff. Mid-post left, back to Ike. Three-pointer is good from the top of the arc. Just the 12th made three of the season for Gonzaga's big man. It's 43-34 Houston.
Feels like a big shot for Gonzaga, though, playing from the inside out. Nice pass from Huff. Go right back to Juwan Roberts if you're Houston.
Roberts comes to set a screen for Uzan. Instead, Uzan drifts left, finds Roberts on the side, right of the circle. Uzan tracing the arc right to left around Huff. Cryer faked the three, sidestep, got Nembhard in the air, missed it, off the front of the rim, loose, picked up by Sharp, lost it on the way up, knocked out of his hands. It still belongs to Houston.
Man, Emmanuel Sharp came out of nowhere. He's a, quote, I'm using air quotes, a guard. He is huge. And just because he's 6'3", I mean, he can battle with Huff or Ike any day of the week down there.
Much like you had mentioned with Darian Williams, who is taller than Sharp, but Williams of Texas Tech at 6'6", that hybrid player who can do their work inside as well.
Yeah, those two guys are perimeter players that are built like mid-size SUVs. Like, no thanks guarding either one of those.
18 on the timer. Uzan, right baseline, whips it in to Terrence Arsenault, who's checked in for the Cougars. Uzan at the hash mark, jabs with the right against Battle. Screened by Tugler. Uzan doesn't hit him on the roll. Uzan still has it on the wing, 6 to shoot. Uzan left-handed, scoop, no. Tugler with a two-handed follow slam. 45-34 Houston. 4 minutes into the second half. Nembhard with it right in front of Mark Few. He's asking his team to go, go, go. He's twirling his right index finger. Nembhard, left to right, picks up the dribble right of the circle. 9 to shoot. Ike, left of the circle. Got another three.
Yeah, that possession was going nowhere, and then they get another ball screen late, and the big drops. I mean, maybe Houston wants Graham Ike to shoot that, but he's drilled 2 threes in a row.
45-37 Houston, 15:30 to play here in Wichita. Cryer off a handoff, trying to get around Battle, right at the elbow, over to Sharp. Right wing three, goes down with a foul. Emmanuel Sharp lands on his backside. Sharpshooter, indeed, and a chance at a 4-point play after the official timeout. The foul on Hickman. Houston leads 48-37 with 15:23 to play. There's a timeout on the court, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. You can save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. 48-37 Houston from the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the men's basketball tournament.
Traveling in basketball? Bad move. Traveling the world? Great move. Wherever the road takes you, Best Western is your place to take a time out and catch your breath. Because every team needs a place to regroup. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
People always ask me, Guy, why are you so confident? And I tell them because I shop for a used car with Carfax. Why Carfax? Because I was able to pause for the facts. What kind of facts? Used car facts. Facts. Like which car has been in a reported accident, which ride has the best value, facts. Which car will have me feeling so confident that I'll just turn up the radio facts. And roll down the windows facts. And belt out show tunes, knowing full well that I cannot sing. Facts. Carfax is the answer. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Meanwhile at Xfinity.
Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with two people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
A Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
Yo, it's Jacob Hester from Off Campus on College Sports Radio. For full breakdowns of this game and more, tune in weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern on Channel 84 or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson in Wichita. Top seed Houston up 48-37 over the 8 seed Gonzaga, 15:23 to go. Do you like your protein crunchy, chewy, salty, or sweet? If you've got goals, Quest has cheats. From bars to protein milkshakes to chips and crackers, Quest Nutrition is big on protein, low on sugar, and huge on flavor. It's basically cheating. Emmanuel Sharp had a 30-point game for Houston in the second round last year against Texas A&M. Probably felt left out tonight, just 4 points in the first half, and now a chance to complete the 4-point play.
Yeah, he's having a great game so far. I know his father. That's when you know you're getting old, Ted. His father is Derek Sharp, legend in Europe for Maccabi Tel Aviv. I played against Derek Sharp in the 2006 EuroLeague Final Four. We lost, of course, but his dad's 6 feet tall, 190 pounds. Emmanuel's 6'3", 210.
What's with the DNA there as EK lays it in with the left hand. Nice feed from Battle to the interior, and it's 48-39 Houston.
That EK is wolfing. He looked right at Mark Hugh and says, continue to feed me.
8 in a row from EK. He's got 12 in the game to lead the Zags. Cryer on the left wing. He had 16 in the first half. Hasn't scored yet in the second. Driving against Nembhard, off balance, puts it up short, and EK vacuums the rebound. Nembhard on the trot, left to right. His hair bouncing with every dribble. Pulls the ball on his left hip. EK on the first S in madness. Shovel it back to Nembhard, who flows to the left. Guarded by Sharp. Lob it into Huff. He's doubled by Arsenault and Tugler. And a foul against Houston. Boy, Huff was in trouble too, but Arsenault and Tugler getting a little too close, and the foul goes against Terrence Arsenault, his first.
Yeah, Uzan was fronting Huff, and then the double came early, but you mentioned he was in trouble because not only was he off the block, but he was underneath the bucket. There was really no angle for him, so it bailed out by a foul.
Francis comes back in for Houston, replacing Tugler. 14:28 mark, second half in Wichita, 48-39 Houston. Purdue awaits the winner in the Sweet 16. Nemhard tosses it into EK.
Isolation right here.
Jabs against Francis, back to the basket, mid-block. EK turns right, turns left, and scores with his dominant left hand. Keep feeding Graham EK, he said.
Francis tried to push him to the right hand, but then he went for the shot fake. Stay there, make Graham EK use that right.
EK has scored 10 consecutive points for Gonzaga. It's 48-41 Houston. Pick and roll, Uzan to Roberts. Kick it to Sharp in the left corner. Guarded by Battle. Sharp takes him inside the arc. Down the right lane line, lost it on the way up. Out of bounds, off Gonzaga as Battle hops up and down, questioning the call.
Well, I'm not sure how that could be Houston's ball because Caleb Battle swiped down and then the ball ricocheted like straight out at an angle.
Like Sharp just lost it himself. 8 to shoot, Uzan underneath the basket, into Sharp on the low block left side, goes up strong against Ninachinti, and he's fouled. So Ninachinti with his first and the third team foul against Gonzaga. You mentioned Sharp's father, Derek, overall played 20 years overseas, a 13-time Israeli League champion.
Yeah, I mean, that was when Maccabi Tel Aviv was at the time. I mean, they won, I think, 3 or 4 EuroLeague championships.
Sharp hits the first. March Madness is coming to a court near you. Experience it live as the nation's best college basketball teams compete for a chance to cut down the nets. Secure your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets. Sharp nails the second free throw. It's 50-41 Houston, 13:50 to go. Houston's largest lead, 14. Gonzaga has not led tonight here in the second round. Ike, high post right to the foul line, missed the jumper, back tap by Greg. Gonzaga, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Nemhard down low, Greg missed it from the right side, out of bounds to Houston.
And when you say he missed it, like a wide open layup, that was not contested. And that's one that Ben Gregg's tapping his chest saying, that's on me. Let's see if he can get it back on the defensive end.
And Greg had back-to-back buckets when he came in the first half for the first time. Roberts slants in against EK, turns and scores with the left hand. Joanne Roberts up to 16. He's got 10 in the second half.
16 points on 15 shots. I mean, he is getting busy on offense.
52-41. Greg, push shot outside the lane. That goes in from longer range than the previous shot.
Get it back, though. That's what you got to do.
52-43 Houston. 13 minutes to play. Milos Uzan, Houston's point guard, left-handed dribble against Nemhard. Screened by Roberts. Roberts says, hey, come this way. Uzan picks up the dribble to the hash mark right side. Sharp curls around a Francis screen, drives in, banks it home with a foul. Well, he already had a 4-point play. Now Emmanuel Sharp has a chance at 3 the hard way. 54-43 Houston.
Did some guards drive to the rim and avoid contact? To try to step around it, Euro step around it. When Emmanuel Sharp puts the ball on the deck, he is looking for a Gonzaga jersey to just pulverize.
Sharp with 11 points on 4 of 6 shooting. White sleeve on his left leg, not his right, and there are 2 holes in the sleeve as he hits the free throw. You got to think, as much as he sacrifices his body, aren't those holes in his sleeve a result of the floorboards?
Well, or, he's superstitious, and he's been balling. They haven't lost a game in 2 months. How dare he change his sleeves?
55-43 Houston, 12:38 to go. Gonzaga front court right. Nemhard with it, a foul away from the ball. We welcome those of you just joining us across our network. 12:34 to play here in Wichita. The top seed, Houston, up 55-43 over Gonzaga. First ever meeting between these two titanic basketball programs. Game that feels like it should be in the second weekend, the Elite Eight maybe, not the second round. Houston has led the entire way. Nemhard, left baseline, finds Battle, who swishes a left corner 3. And Gonzaga's within single digits at 55-46.
When Battle left the ground to shoot that shot, he was in bounds, and when he came down, he was 2 feet out of bounds. An incredibly difficult shot.
Battle has a dozen, coming off 24 in the first round victory. Roberts, push shot left. He's been hot in the second half. Got his own miss. Missed again. Tugler, opposite block on the right, with another offensive rebound. Houston resets. Uzan high right. Tugler sets a screen. EK comes out to meet. Uzan left of the circle. Three-pointer. Give it to him. Milos Uzan with his first three. It's 58-46. Gonzaga shooting to our right. Nembhard out front. Drifts to his right, cuts back to his left. Tugler comes out on the show. Uzan guarding. Nembhard's pass for Greg, deflected out of bounds off Ben Gregg, and a turnover by Gonzaga, sending us to an official timeout with 11:41 to go. Houston up double figures, 58-46. Sweet 16 trip hangs in the balance. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doop doop, and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
Then we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel walk-behind zero-turn and stand-on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow. Available at participating dealers.
It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
58-46, Houston over Gonzaga. 11:41 to play in the second round in Wichita. Why don't we check the schedule of tournament games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by the 2027 X15 engine from Cummins. Featuring better fuel efficiency, immense power, and backed by 25-plus years of experience, the 2027 X15 is built to rise above the challenges of tomorrow. The X15, forever rising. Earlier, Texas Tech knocking off Drake in the West region. The Red Raiders in the Sweet 16 for the fourth time in the last 7 tournaments. They'll play Arkansas in San Francisco on Thursday. This is part of the Midwest region. And Purdue will match up with the winner of Houston Gonzaga Friday in Indianapolis. It's Houston by a dozen, and Cougars ball out of the timeout.
What's most impressive to me is the way that Houston's just so steady. They don't beat themselves. Only 4 turnovers so far. And even when they miss, they crush you on the glass. Gonzaga needs to figure that out.
Houston has 11 offensive rebounds. They're +8 on the glass overall. Roberts post to post. Tugler the push shot just outside the restricted area. That's good. 60-46 Houston.
And that was a design play to get a quick flash from Tugler, and all he did is catch it and shoot a floater.
Tugler in double figures now at 10. Battle straight away against Wilson. Battle rises from the left elbow. Jumper too strong. And Wilson grabs the rebound for Houston. Uzan jogs right to left, far side. On a whistle, blows away from the ball. Kelvin Sampson is arguing with the...
So he's yelling at his
own player. Excuse me.
He's yelling at JoJo Tugler. So Graham Ike, the center for Gonzaga, was standing in the middle of the lane, and he was waiting for Tugler to come down. And I'm not sure why. And Kelvin Sampson continues to yell at Tugler. He kind of shoved him. Like he was running down the court, and then when he got to the middle of the lane, he shoved Ike, almost like a macho thing, like, hey, I'm here. And then the ref immediately saw it.
Yeah, you might have heard just part of Pat Adams going to the microphone and the scores table, lead official tonight. They're going to take a look at this. You're right. As I see Kelvin Sampson, Pat Adams was right in front of Sampson, but Sampson was not looking at him. Like you said, yelling at Tugler, why? The big bump by Tugler on Graham Ike.
Two-hand shove. I mean, it was obvious. This isn't going to be a flagrant foul. This should just be a common foul. But to Kelvin Sampson's point, and I was just talking about this, that they don't beat themselves. This is an uncharacteristic mistake for a Houston team. Kelvin Sampson coaches his teams to be physical, but always disciplined. And that was an undisciplined basketball play.
And man, in the huddle on Houston's side, Kelvin Sampson continues to wear out Joseph Tugler. And there was nothing above the shoulders here. Right. It was that two-handed shove that was just unnecessary, certainly. And while, yes, that's a key word in the definition of a flagrant foul, I'd be surprised, too, if that was the call in this case.
Yeah, we've seen it now 5 times. I mean, this kind of stuff happens every game, though. And honestly, if Graham Ike fell down, it would be a different story. But he took the blow, and he stood there. And so it didn't look as bad, right? They've been talking about this for a long time, though, which makes me think they are going to upgrade it. The longer this goes on, the more I think it's going to be upgraded.
That's some of the key words here for a flagrant foul, something that is excessive in nature or unnecessary contact, and maybe by the strictest definition, the letter of the law, that shove. Let's get the call here from Pat Adams.
After the review, the call would be upgraded to a flagrant foul.
I'm surprised.
Well, Graham Ike steps to the foul line to our right. Unnecessary is right, and by the definition, that is the official's interpretation as Ike sinks the first free throw. This means 2 shots and the ball for Gonzaga. Ike spins the ball in his hands. The lefty fires good again. So it's 60-48 Houston. 11 minutes to go. Now Zags ball. Download the brand new Westwood One Sports app and catch every minute of the men's and women's NCAA tournament anytime, anywhere. Don't be left out. Get the Westwood One Sports app today. Let's see if Gonzaga can capitalize here. Down 12. They've trailed by as many as 14. Nembhard across the timeline. He darts to his right. Finds Huff. Huff has to dive for it on the floor, left of the lane. It's a tie-up. Gonzaga ball with the arrow.
Nembhard comes off that pick and roll, and he led Huff like a quarterback leading his receiver. But the problem was Huff stopped. He stopped right at the elbow, and so the ball was out of his area.
So Nembhard now underneath the bucket, left side. Uzan leaping in front of him, guarding the inbound. Nembhard tosses into Ike. Near the hash mark, handed back to Nembhard, coming around from left to right. Nembhard feeds Huff again from the foul line. Over to Innocenti, pulls the trigger on a 3. That's good! Just the 10th made 3 of the season for Emmanuel Innocenti. 60-51, Gonzaga down 9. Uzan into the forecourt for Houston. Cryer slipped. Being guarded by Nembhard. Uzan keeps it. Goes between the legs. Guarded by Battle. To Tugler between the circles. Hand it back to Uzan. He fires right of the circle. 3-pointer is too strong, but a whistle.
It was Battle.
And Battle committing a foul. And so Houston to inbound from the left. Yes, Battle was dealing with Tugler just to the left of Uzan.
He wrapped his arms around his waist.
14th foul on Gonzaga. Uzan throws in to Jawan Roberts. One dribble and a handoff to Uzan, guarded by Innocenti. Nearing the midway point of the second half. Uzan's pass deflected by Innocenti, far side, out of bounds, off Gonzaga. Houston with 7 to shoot. Kelvin Sampson clapping his hands and barking again.
Innocenti doing a nice job. Hit a 3, big-time defense down here. Nolan Hickman's been stuck on the bench for Gonzaga because of Innocenti's activity.
7 on the shot clock for Houston. The top-seeded Cougars up 60-51 over Gonzaga. In this 1 versus 8 second-round matchup. And now another whistle, this time a foul on Ryan Nembhard, who was trying to keep up with L.J. Cryer, who was ready to meet the inbound pass.
But, Ted, the referees just were talking to both of them and said, stop wrestling. And then as soon as the ball gets inbounded, they both grab each other. It's just silly. You got to know that the referees are staring right at you. You got to play clean basketball.
I think part of it for Gonzaga is, hey, wait, Houston is doing this to us. You mean
yes,
we can't do it?
I get that, but the referee did just directly tell you not to.
Sure. Out from the right baseline and new 20 seconds on the shot clock. Roberts hands it to Cryer on the roll. Roberts down the left lane line. Left-handed layup is no good, but another foul on Gonzaga.
I don't agree with this foul call. You have to allow the big who's being attacked to jump straight up. And I'm watching the replay right now, and Graham Ike took that contact from Jawan Roberts, but he went straight up. That's a tough one right there. I mean, credit Jawan Roberts for doing what he had to do. But if that's a foul, then if I'm a guard, all I do is drive and jump into a big.
It's the 3rd on Ike, and Roberts is at the line. Just a 64% foul shooter. First free throws tonight for the 6th-year senior. Missed the first one long. Let's check the attendance, sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is delivering game day deals from hundreds of your local favorites all week. Order now on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details. 14,168 in attendance here in Wichita, the NBA-like arena here in Kansas. Roberts missed the second. Ball knocked out of bounds. And it belongs to Gonzaga with 9:55 to go. Houston up 60-51.
Jawan Roberts now 16 points on 17 shot attempts. That's the second most shot attempts he's had all season.
And the bulk of those points coming here in the second half. Ike finds battle. He races past Wilson. Shot blocked. Innocenti recovers it in the left corner. Nembhard with 10 to shoot. Has it up top. Nembhard directing traffic, picks up the dribble, finds Ike down low, turns on Roberts and misses short, but he's fouled. So the foul on Jawan Roberts here, and that's his 3rd to match Ike's 3 personals.
They just showed the replay of that block. Well, I wasn't sure if it was Jawan Roberts, but it was Malik Wilson, I think. It's like one of those times you watch football players, they get a half sack. You give like 2 Houston Cougars, like each one gets a half of a block.
If they both got a hand on it, why not? Ike, lefty like Roberts, first free throw, front rim, back of the rim, and drops through. So it's 60-52, Houston, 9:31 to go. One more for Ike. Free throw in the air, got it. 60-53, Gonzaga's on a 7-0 run to cut the deficit to 7. Zags fans on their feet, just over our right shoulder. Uzan hash mark right side, far side of the floor against Innocenti. Cross court to Wilson. Top of the arc, L.J. Cryer. Bounce it to Uzan, 10 to shoot. Uzan to the right elbow. To Cryer, left wing 3 on the way. Bucket! L.J. Cryer's first points of the second half. He's got 19, lead back to 10 at 63-53. Nembhard zooms right. Uzan leaping in front of him. Skip it to Innocenti. Touch it to Huff on the left wing. Nembhard up top, pointing with his right index finger. Down low, Huff, catch, turn, shoot from close range. The left-handed push is good.
I wonder if Houston's going to make a change defensively and not be so aggressive with Ryan Nembhard. He wants to pass.
63-55 Houston. Nembhard has 9 assists now. The nation's leader in that category, averaging 10 per game. Wilson down the baseline for Houston. He lays it in. Thought he was going to go reverse side. He just put it up before he went under the basket. 65-55. Nembhard out of control. Far side. Lost it in the corner. Taken away by Cryer. The All-American sprinting right to left. Ran into Innocenti and a foul called against Emmanuel Innocenti.
That's going to send him to the line, too, already. I mean, I was looking at Kelvin Sampson on the sideline. As soon as the referee blew the whistle, he immediately stuck both fingers. 1 and 1, 1 and 1.
17th foul on Gonzaga. Houston has 5 team fouls, by the way. And Cryer, a 91% foul shooter, steps up.
Well, we still got a lot of game left here, partner, too. So Houston, if you're a good foul shooter like LJ Cryer, you take mental note of that. Hey, they're in the bonus.
When Cryer joined Houston last year, first free throw in the air, good. He said, I knew that Houston played hard under Kelvin Sampson. I didn't know it was this hard. He said that in practice at first, he was exhausted, so exhausted playing defense that a lot of his shots would come up short. He had to take his conditioning to another level.
Yeah. And he's taking his shooting to another level, man. Over 42% from 3 this year. He's made 107 threes. That's the most of any player in the Big 12 this season.
It's both free throws, lead back to a dozen. 67-55, 8 to play. Nembhard tosses it, battle, three-pointer, good from the left corner in front of the Gonzaga bench. 67-58, Gonzaga within 9.
That one felt like a gotta have it.
Battle has 15, he's hit 3 threes. Wilson probing, retreats to the perimeter. Hand off Cryer, jabs with the right. Cryer, another three. Oh, yes! LJ Cryer is a live wire. Timeout, Gonzaga. Cryer, the All-American, with his 6th 3 of the game. He's got 24 points. And Houston's up 70-58 with 7:32 to play. A timeout on the court with the top seed, the Houston Cougars, leading Gonzaga 70-58, 7:32 mark. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
This is the story of the One. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
Tomorrow's road, unpaved, unmapped, uncertain. But it's also where we discover what we can truly count on. Like the 2027 X15 engine by Cummins. With better fuel efficiency, up to 605 horsepower, and 2,050 pound-feet of torque. The X15 is a bedrock of reliability that stands forever ready to rise to the occasion. The 2027 X15, forever rising. Estimates based on preliminary testing. Individual results may vary.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free.
I can file for free? TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your maximum refund. No schedules except for Earned Income Tax Credit, Child Tax Credit, and Student Loan Interest. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free.
Welcome back inside the Westwood One Broadcast Center in Los Angeles. I'm Brad Heller, and it's time now for a tournament bracket update sponsored by Green Gobbler. Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. It's bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and it works. Green Gobbler, let the gobbler get it. BYU is trying to hold off Wisconsin. 3 minutes to go. 86-76 Cougars. You can hear that finish on the Westwood One Sports app, also at westwoodonesports.com. Meanwhile, UCLA and Tennessee, Bruins up 3, 20-17 with 6.5 to go in the first in Lexington. Let's get you back to Wichita. Ted Emmerich and Casey Jacobson.
7:30 remaining. Houston 70, Gonzaga 58. Winner to the Sweet 16. Gonzaga ball shooting to our right. Nembhard toss it, top of the arc to Huff. Now battle on the left wing, bounce it to Huff. Short corner left, skip it right. Inocenti touch it to Nembhard. He attacks in the lane. Fall away jumper from 10 is good.
Just his fourth shot of the game. Again, Nembhard, one of the best passers, and almost, Houston saying, you're not passing. We're going to make you take a shot, and he did.
5 points for Nembhard, 70-60 Houston. Cryer, who has 24, handles out front for the Cougars. Taking Cryer inside, turnaround jumper. Cryer around and out to the left. Ike got a piece of it, controlled by Huff. Gonzaga left to right. Nembhard jogging against Cryer, cut off. Backtracks for the perimeter, left-handed dribble. Over to Huff, down low, Ike, and a foul before Ike put it up. It's on Javier Francis. And that sends us to another timeout with 6:39 to play. Houston leads Gonzaga 70-60. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my superhydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Progressive knows there are two things RV owners love: to travel and relax. And they like to take both nice and slow. Just like this commercial. And what's more relaxing than the peace of mind knowing their RV is protected by Progressive? Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Keep your engines healthy with stable in-season protection. Enable your engine to run cleaner, smoother, and stronger than ever before. A simple way to keep your engines running like new. At every fill-up, start with stable in-season protection.
It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
70-60, Houston over Gonzaga, 6:39 to go here in Wichita. Fans, you can listen to every minute of the NCAA men's tournament on Alexa. Just ask your device to open Westwood One Sports, and you'll be able to select the game you want to hear or get access to our March Madness Mix channel, which will take you to the best action at any given moment. That's open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. Hopefully you're listening on Alexa and you've already opened it. Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson with you here from Intrust Bank Arena. So Houston keeping Gonzaga at bay here. The lead is 10, 6.5 left.
Every time that Gonzaga has started to flex, make a push, LJ Cryer or Emmanuel Sharp will hit a three. But Houston, they average 10 more shots a game all season than their opponent because of how proficient they are offensive rebounding. They are doing it again to the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Houston, 9 more offensive rebounds.
Nembhard lobs it into battle. Gonzaga has it, 15 to shoot. EK in the corner, doubled by Roberts and Francis. That's a lot of wingspan right there. Battles pass deflected by Uzan, taken by Cryer, and a foul by Inocenti, who stumbled over LJ Cryer on his way up the floor. So Innocenti's third, 8th team foul, and 1-1 for Houston's best foul shooter.
And the Gonzaga players don't even realize that they're in the bonus. They were lining up to guard man-to-man, and LJ Cryer's like, move out of the way. I got some free throws to make.
1-1. Cryer has the ball in his hands. One dribble, two dribbles, spins it. Off it goes. Got it. 71-60. Cryer with 25. He has been at his best with his college career winding down. It's his 6th 20-point game in the last 9. One more free throw for Cryer. Swish. 72-60 Houston. Nembhard trots up the floor. Right-handed dribble around a screen from Huff, left to right. Backs up with Roberts watching him. Nembhard against the big. Step back three. Nembhard straight away is pure. So Gonzaga back within 9 with 6:06 to go.
They've got to have that from Nembhard. He's got to be aggressive because Hickman's still on the bench. He's their best three-point shooter.
Hickman hasn't scored tonight. Nembhard has 8. Usain foul line extended left. Up top to Cryer and a foul called.
It's on Nembhard. It's an easy one. He was trailing Cryer off of a down screen, and he wrapped his hand right around the waist, and the official has no choice. They can't let that stuff go by, especially now with under 6 minutes to go.
Now, Cryer and Nembhard actually know each other pretty well. It was a couple of years ago when Nembhard was with Creighton, Cryer was with Baylor. Both had 30-point games as Cryer sinks the front end of the 1-1 here. But it was it was Creighton with the victory, moving on to the Elite Eight that season.
Yeah, and then Creighton then lost a really close game to San Diego State with Nembhard. I think Nembhard was one that fouled Lamont Butler on that floater. That was a crazy game.
Cryer hits the second. He's got 12 of the last 14 for Houston, 6 from the foul line, 28 points in the game, 74-63 Houston, 5:44 left. Nembhard again matched up with Roberts. Crossover dribble, darts left, Zags right. Down low, EK fumbled it, got it, and he finishes over Francis off glass.
Oh, Nembhard hung in the air. I thought he was going to shoot that, and then the very last second, he dished it off to Graham EK.
74-65 Houston, 5:22 to go. Cryer on the right wing, into the corner, Malik Wilson, left-handed dribble against Battle. Up top to Cryer on the NCAA logo against Nembhard. Fires a three, too strong, long rebound, chased down by Innocenti. Can Gonzaga make a run here with 5 minutes to go? Trailing by 9. Nembhard circles to the right, skip it left, oh, bad pass. Lobbed it to Huff, intercepted by Malik Wilson.
Wow, he just floated that one into the secondary for anybody to get.
When does Ryan Nembhard do that? The 10th turnover of the game for Gonzaga. Usain has it out front against Innocenti. Bounce it to Roberts at the left elbow. Turns against EK. Lost it. Got it back at the baseline. 7 to shoot. Roberts in the lane. Turns back. Left-handed hook. Got it. And another timeout for Gonzaga. Jawan Roberts up to 18 points. 12 of them in the second half. Kelvin Sampson calls him his culture warrior. He's been a warrior tonight. And Houston's up 76-65. We've got 4:28 remaining. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With a Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out.
you. Yeah, you. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Are you checking your bracket during the commercial break like the rest of us? Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us. So why...
Hey, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you being here. Please take a second, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single college basketball game of March Madness. Every single game. Speaking of which, I've got to start that next stream right now. We'll see you back in the chat. Good luck to your team.
Steel. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel mowers are built to get the job done. Shop in-store or online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel. Let's go mow. Available for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Let's check the tournament summary, sponsored by Marriott Bonvoy. Take your game day rituals on the road with Marriott Bonvoy. Over 30 hotel brands for every kind of fan. Explore more at MarriottBonvoy.com/NCAA. Winners in the second round today: Purdue, Arkansas is a 10 seed, Michigan, Auburn, the number 1 overall seed. Here in Wichita, the number 3 seed Texas Tech, advancing to the Sweet 16. And we'll see if it's Houston or Gonzaga in our last game here in Wichita, 76-65. The top seed in the Midwest region, Houston, leading the Zags. Juwan Roberts, 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists for the Cougs. He's got 12 here in the second half.
Yeah, on 18 shots. It's clear that Kelvin Sampson's fine with Juwan Roberts, not only taking that many shots, but also being a decision maker. The 5 assists. I mean, he is wheeling and dealing down there. And the experience matters, right? 6th year of college basketball for Juwan Roberts.
And the Houston Cougars all-time wins leader, 145 victories in his career. Nemhard bounce pass, trickles away, stolen by Roberts.
Ted, Graham Ike wasn't even looking, and that ball went right by him.
Uzan has it for Houston. Right side of the floor, Francis sets the screen. Uzan darts to the left elbow, cut off by Ike. Pass to Cryer, high right. 10 to shoot. Back to Uzan in front of Kelvin Sampson, who's shouting instructions. 6 on the timer. Uzan fires over Inocenti. Rattles around. No. Wilson flies in for an offensive rebound. Hits the deck. Fresh 20 seconds for the Cougs.
12th offensive rebound for Houston. It is just deflating.
Cryer trying to break down Nemhard, takes him down to the block. Cryer underneath the basket, kick it in the corner. Wilson with 3, 2 on the timer. Wilson fading, left elbow jumper, no. And Inocenti secures the rebound for Gonzaga. 76-65 Houston, 3:23 to go. Gonzaga hasn't scored in 2+ minutes. Ike out front, handoff to Caleb Battle. Back to Ike, down low against Roberts, pivoting. Wilson knocked that out of his hands, out of bounds. Still Gonzaga ball, 11 to shoot.
Graham Ike has to shoot it with his right hand. He just refused because Francis basically said, you can have this basket if you want it, but you got to shoot it with the right.
Nemhard left baseline into Battle in the corner, guarded by Malik Wilson. Battle fires a 3, short, and Francis rips down the rebound. Uzan jogs up the floor, right along the word March in March Madness, and as he crosses half court, Kelvin Sampson calls a timeout. Houston has 2 remaining. Gonzaga just 1 remaining. 2:56 to go. It's Houston 76, Gonzaga 65. Houston will be shooting 2 free throws with the next Gonzaga foul. Next Houston foul leads to a 1-and-1 for the Zags. Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson here at our Grainger broadcast position in Wichita. Stay on top of your game with Grainger. Get the industrial-grade products right when you need them to help your business move forward when you call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. 76-65, Houston over Gonzaga, the 1-8 matchup in the Midwest region. Purdue to meet the winner in the Sweet 16 in Indianapolis. Houston has led the entire way. And Casey, just when Gonzaga has been able to cut the lead to single digits, it's like Houston punches right back.
Yep. Whatever they need, whether it's a score or a stop, like they're just so steady. And I'd like to call out one player in particular who doesn't get a lot of credit on Houston. He's not one of the stars, Malik Wilson. Okay, Malik's not known as a scorer, but he's got 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, making stuff happen. Like, be a star in your role. They're not going to run any plays for Malik Wilson, but man, he has been all over the court. And you know what? Kelvin Sampson's not going to take him out in these last 3 minutes because of how valuable he's been.
Wilson had arguably the shot of the year
Yes.
for Houston at Kansas. A game-tying 3 at the end of the first overtime, pushed the game to a second overtime. Houston winning at Allen Fieldhouse. And listen, a few teams did that this year. Kansas certainly struggled more than they ever have
they lost
under Bill Self.
Didn't they lose in the first round for the first time in 16 years?
Losing to Arkansas. Yeah. But anybody winning at the Fog, that is still impressive. And Malik Wilson was the one who hit that shot that allowed Houston to go on to win. Uzan far sideline, sends it into Emmanuel Sharp in the backcourt. Hand it to Uzan, guarded by Michael Ajayi, who returns for the Zags. Snap it over to Sharp, trapped, right near the timeline, feeding Uzan, across backcourt, over and back, a turnover by Houston, just their 6th turnover.
What I'm confused about is, that was backcourt, but the Houston player offensively didn't grab it. He just tipped it. That should be a live ball. It's not a backcourt violation until you actually have possession in the backcourt. And if they let that go, it could have been a layup for Gonzaga. I'm not sure why they blew the whistle there.
Instead, Gonzaga inbounding near sideline to our right. 2:45 to go. 76-65 Houston. EK foul line extended right against Francis. Back to the basket now. Roberts comes with the double. EK backed up to the perimeter, and he calls a timeout. That's Gonzaga's final timeout with 2:33 to go. And we'll step aside as well. It's Houston 76, Gonzaga 65. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Listen up, fellow Gen Xers. Elizabeth Banks here. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the way. We've done this before. Music videos, fanny packs, even the World Wide Web. Let's do it again and get vaccinated, because we're at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Visit VaxAssist.com and schedule a vaccine today. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Download the official NCAA March Madness Live app, and you can listen to every Westwood One broadcast of the men's and women's basketball tournament for free. Just look for the headphones icon on any live game. And if you're in the car, it seamlessly integrates with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Get the official NCAA March Madness Live app today. 76-65. 1-seed Houston over the 8-seed Gonzaga, 2:33 to go. Gonzaga calling its final timeout. Houston has 2 remaining. Gonzaga, 19 fouls, Houston with 6. And again, Gonzaga ball here, 8 on the timer after Graham Ike had to call the final timeout for the Zags.
Gonzaga shooting 65% in the second half. The problem, if you're a Zag fan, is Houston shooting 54. I mean, it's been like defense optional.
6 to shoot now. Nembhard with it, bumped by Francis, and a foul called. 17th foul on Houston, so 1-1 for Ryan Nembhard, who's 77% on the year. This will be his first free throw attempt of the night.
Kind of a touch foul there, if you ask me. I looked at Kelvin Sampson. He has got his arms folded and he immediately turned the back on the officials. What?
They don't call some things on Houston, but they call that one. Nembhard front end of the 1-1, bends his knees. Good.
Yeah, like they definitely weren't calling that type of foul in the first half.
Yes.
We know that to be true.
Exactly. Nembhard now with 9 points to go with 11 assists. Couple of dribbles, lets it fly, got it. So, once again, Gonzaga within 9. 76-67, 2:30 mark. Emmanuel Sharp back in for Houston. Tucks in his jersey. He's in for Javier Francis. So a 4-guard lineup for Houston around Jawan Roberts in the middle. Cryer has it high left, bounce it to Uzan, right near the timeline. Uzan spins past Ajayi, down low Wilson, kick it to Sharp. Good look, three-pointer on the way, off the heel, and Battle has the rebound for Gonzaga. Nearing the 2-minute mark, Battle into the forecourt. Battle down the right edge of the lane, shot up from 10, no, and a foul called against Malik Wilson, who was flying in for the rebound.
I didn't see that foul call either. I don't want to harp on the officials, but like if I'm Kelvin Sampson, I don't know what's happening right now. 2 fouls in a row that have not been called throughout this game go against Houston and giving Gonzaga a chance to put points on the board with the clock stopped.
Wilson soaring up along with Graham Ike, and so Ike at the line, shooting 1-1 on the 8th team foul by Houston. Ike 4 of 4 tonight, front end, good. So it's 76-68. Houston the lead, 2:01 to go, one more for Ike, who's got 21.
Ike normally only plays about half the game, Ted, but Mark Hughes like, I'm riding with Ike the rest of the way.
And Ike rattles in the second free throw. So Gonzaga trails by 7, 76-69, now 2 minutes to go as Uzan bounds up the floor. Over to Cryer near side, crosses the timeline, bounce it to Uzan, lob it to Sharp. Gonzaga coming with traps. Cryer has it below the March Madness logo. To Roberts up top, touch it to Uzan. Houston working a little clock, 10 on the timer, 1:40 to go. Uzan crossing over Ajayi, got past him. Uzan right-handed floater off the back of the rim. Rebound grabbed by Battle. Gonzaga hurrying left to right, 1:30 remaining. Nembhard met by Cryer, cut off, backtracks to the perimeter. He curls to the left, over to Ike, fake the three against Roberts. Take him inside. Ike turns, left-handed hook, good with a foul and a fist pump by Graham Ike. Gonzaga doesn't want to go to bed just yet. They're down 76-71 with 1:18 to go, and Ike has a foul shot coming.
It was a straight isolation. Ike caught the ball on the right wing. He took about 4 dribbles right to the middle of the lane, and nobody for Houston came to help. It was Juwan Roberts on an island.
Ike with 24. Free throw by Ike is a swish. 4-point game. 76-72. Houston led by 14 at the 11:27 mark. Uzan fumbles it across the timeline, able to catch the pass from Cryer, and he calls a timeout. 1:10 left. Houston with 1 timeout remaining.
All right, so Ted, right now, Gonzaga, the last 3 possessions in a row have been in a 1-3-1 zone, and they're trapping anytime the ball goes to any of the 4 corners at all. They're trying to speed up Houston offensively. You can't really run your normal offensive set, because here's the problem. Houston, they're looking at the clock, and they just want it to tick down. Instead of attacking the zone, they're kind of just hoping that the time passes, and because of that, it's completely ruined their offensive rhythm. So if I'm Kelvin Sampson, I'm being aggressive. You draw something up, and then you attack with numbers and score. They need to score in order for this game to be over for Houston.
If Gonzaga comes out with that same look, where are the spots on the floor Houston can attack if they are aggressive?
Absolutely, in the middle of the floor. But you want to draw a trap. You want that to happen. Then get the ball in the middle of the floor, and you'll have it 3-on-2 at the rim.
Gonzaga has scored 7 unanswered points to crawl to within 4. 1:10 remaining here in Wichita. It is Houston ball. Again, 1 timeout left for the Cougs. Gonzaga has 0 timeouts remaining.
Still in the 1-3-1 zone because Ryan Nembhard is standing in the middle of the lane, the point guard. He's not guarding anybody, he's just standing right in the lane.
And we welcome those of you just joining us across our network. 1:10 left. Houston up 4, 76-72 over Gonzaga. The Cougars led by as many as 14. Uzan trap. He leaps and lobs it to Wilson. Tapped away by Ike. Out of bounds. 1:01 mark. But the official twirls his index finger here under 2 minutes. The officials will head to the monitor to get this right. It's ruled Houston ball on the floor.
A terrible and dangerous pass from Milos Uzan, who was trapped in the upper left-hand corner and tried to throw a 40-foot cross-court pass up in the air. We're watching the replay now. I do think that it is off Graham Ike. That's what I think.
I think so, too.
Yep. So this should be Houston basketball. But, wow, I mean, Kelvin Sampson probably had a heart attack watching that ball fly across the floor.
And Ike, Casey, at 6'9", was able to soar over Malik Wilson, who goes 6'3", to meet the ball at its apex. We're getting a closer look, frame by frame, on our monitor. It sure looks like the right really hand of Ike is the last one to touch the ball as it went out of bounds here on the near sideline.
Yep. It does look like Malik Wilson does touch the ball, but the last person to touch the follow-through from Graham Ike's right hand, this one kind of is an easy one to me. This shouldn't take very long.
Pat Adams and his crew huddled at the scorer's table, the opposite sideline, taking a long look at it.
So if it is Houston ball, it's going to be 13 seconds, and the 1-3-1 defense is completely flummoxed. Houston, I am curious to see if Mark Few just stays in it, or they haven't figured it out, so why do anything else?
These two programs meeting for the first time ever somehow. They've set the standard in recent years. Of course, Gonzaga's run close to 3 decades in the NCAA tournament, and these are the two teams with the longest active Sweet 16 streaks in the nation. Gonzaga, 9 straight tournaments, Houston, 5. Only one team can go to the regional semifinals after tonight. Pat Adams is still looking at it. We still don't have a call.
Yeah.
It looks pretty clear that Graham Ike of Gonzaga is the last one to touch it.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this before. I am a proponent of going to video
After
review.
further review, the call on the floor is confirmed. The clock will be reset at 1:02.
Of course, time is part of the conversation as well, that instead of 1:01, they add a second, 1:02 to go, 13 on the shot clock here for Houston, the top seed in the Midwest region, leading the 8 seed Gonzaga, woefully underseeded as a number 8. 76-72.
They're still at the monitor right now.
But Pat Adams hasn't left after making the call, and Mark Few is just over his right shoulder. Gonzaga's head coach, hands on his hips, staring at the monitor too. It's probably like all of us, what are you looking at now?
But they added a second on the shot clock. It was 13, and now it's 14. Oh, now they took it away.
Just as soon as they flashed that, so 13 to shoot for Houston. Uzan to inbound from the sideline, just to our left.
Yep, 1-3-1. They're back in the 1-3-1.
And Uzan throws into the backcourt to L.J. Cryer, who has 28 points to lead all scorers. 9 to shoot. Uzan on the left wing. In the key, Roberts to Cryer. Left wing 3. Off balance. Off the heel. Wilson flies in for an offensive rebound. And he draws a foul. Super role player off the bench, like you said, Casey. Malik Wilson making a defining play in the final minute.
Heroes come in all shapes and sizes, man. It's not just who leads the team in scoring or rebounding and assists. Malik Wilson has been a spectacularly impactful player tonight. First free throw of the game, though, here.
And a 72% foul shooter. First free throw, no good. Front rim, board, and off to the left. 76-72 Houston, 51 seconds remaining. The 7-0 Gonzaga run still holds. One more for Wilson, the 6th-year senior from Rayville, Louisiana, a switch. 77-72. Houston with the lead. Ryan Nembhard chops up the floor left to right near side. His hair bouncing with every dribble. Bounce it to Ike. Foul line extended right. Posting up against Francis. Ike to the cup. Throws it up. No! Short, but a foul. With 38.7 left, Graham Ike heading to the line. The foul on Francis, his 4th.
Again, Francis took away that left hand at first, forced Ike to the right, but did foul him. That was the right call. Man, that was risky, too, because if that's another and one said, man.
This place erupts, especially just over our right shoulder where the Gonzaga fans are. Ike at the line. First free throw, got it. Gonzaga as a team, 12 of 12 at the stripe. All free throw attempts coming since halftime, and EK is 8 for 8. 77-73 Houston. Francis checks out. Emmanuel Sharp returns. So it's Uzan, Cryer, Sharp, Wilson, and Roberts on the floor for the top seed, Houston. Nemhard battle, EK, Inocenti. EK's second free throw on the way, good. Ajayi on the floor as well. And EK's 1 point shy of his season high. He's got 27. It's a one-possession game at 77-74. Houston the lead in the ball. Cryer bounces it high right to Uzan. They cross half court. Cryer on the Emin Madness. Back to Uzan. Trapped. Ajayi and Battle harassing him. They take it away. Battle has it, and he's fouled at midcourt. 21 seconds left in a three-point game with Houston leading. Gonzaga coming up with a steal.
Ted, I'm watching the replay, and Milos Uzan had Emmanuel Sharp wide open on the right wing, about 10 feet away from him. He chose not to throw it. I think he was anticipating a foul that never came. A mistake there by the upperclassman.
And Caleb Battle was hoping as he launched a shot from half court that it would be called in the act of shooting. It is not 3 free throws, however. It is 2 for Battle. One of the best free throw shooters in America, 93%. First free throw, got it. And it's a 2-point margin. Houston 77, Gonzaga 75. Battle with one more. It's a 10-1 Gonzaga run. And this is the closest they have been since it was 4-2. Gonzaga has not led tonight.
Wow.
Battle, the sixth-year senior. First year with the Zags after transferring from Arkansas, knocks down the second. 77-76. Gonzaga has battled back.
Shot clock is turned off, though, so Gonzaga is going to have to foul here.
Which will lead to 2 free throws for Houston, but Uzan has to get it in. One timeout left for the Cougs. Into Sharp. Still in the backcourt. Uzan underneath his own basket. Sharp far side. Toward the timeline in Cryer. And a foul with 14.2.
And for Gonzaga, not the guy you want to foul. They could have fouled Uzan. They could have fouled Emmanuel Sharp. And instead, they end up fouling LJ Cryer. One of the best free throw shooters in the country.
Just like Battle is. Cryer 90+%. And LJ Cryer, the third-team All-American, with 28 points tonight. He's 6 of 6 at the line. 2 free throws in a 77-76 game. Houston, the 1-point lead.
Remember, Gonzaga has no timeouts, right? So regardless, they have to race up the floor with 14.2 seconds, plenty of time.
Cryer bends his knees, uncorks, got it.
But bringing in Hickman, he's been on the bench for pretty much 18 straight minutes in the second half.
Nolan Hickman, best three-point shooter for Gonzaga, scoreless tonight after he hit 5 threes in the first round. So Cryer with one more. Houston leads 78-76. A trip to the Sweet 16 in Indianapolis, hanging in the balance. Cryer spins the ball in his hands. Cryer got it. And LJ Cryer has tied his career high with 30 points. 79-76 Houston. Down to 11 seconds. Gonzaga out of timeouts. EK right wing. Handoff to Battle. Battle fumbled it. He's in the right corner. His shot is rejected by Francis. Down to 2 seconds. A whistle blows with 2.1. Caleb Battle was blocked on the perimeter, lost the ball, foul is called on Gonzaga with 2.1 left. And Battle hangs his head momentarily. Graham Ike pounds his chest, try to encourage him. Battle could not even get the shot away that would have tied it.
Graham Ike had the ball at the right wing. They tried to just run a simple dribble handoff. And yeah, on the exchange, it wasn't clean. He wanted to catch and shoot it. He couldn't.
Uzan came up with it for Houston. Nemhard fouled him. And Uzan insulted away with 2.1 to go. He bends his knees. He unloads. Yes. 80-76.
That's going to do it.
Uzan with high fives from Malik Wilson and L.J. Cryer, who's nodding his head and saying, yeah. Uzan one more. Swish. 81-76 into Hickman. A heave from just beyond half court. And it's over here in Wichita. Houston wins it. They go wire to wire tonight, even if it didn't feel like it by the end. But the Houston Cougars' sweet streak continues while Gonzaga's comes to an end. 6 consecutive Sweet 16 appearances for Houston. The top seed in the Midwest region advances with an 81-76 hard-fought victory over the Gonzaga Bulldogs, and Houston is on its way to Indianapolis to meet Purdue in the regional semifinals.
Survive in advance, man. We thought Houston might run away with it, how good they are on both sides of the ball, but something got into Gonzaga. They continued to march to the foul line, made it really, really tough. These are two of the best college basketball programs that we have in our sport. Two of the best coaches. Kelvin Sampson's chance to win his first national title, still alive, and good luck to anybody who plays this Houston team. When they are right, when they are firing on all cylinders, man, they can just gobble you up.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
Hi, everybody. Christopher Russo, Mad Dog Sports Radio, live all day during the NCAA tournament. That's until 2 a.m. Eastern. React to all the action at AAA Mad Dog 6 on Channel 82.
Houston hangs on here in Wichita. 81-76 over Gonzaga in the second round. Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson with you. We check some of the stats. Sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. With TurboTax, now Taxes is getting an expert who files your taxes for you so you can stay locked in on the madness. Intuit TurboTax. Now this is taxes. Houston did not hit a shot from the field in the last 4 minutes and 29 seconds of the game. And yet they win 81-76. And Jawan Robert joins us now, the sixth-year senior, the culture warrior, as Kelvin Sampson calls you. Jawan, first of all, congratulations on the win.
Yes, sir.
How were you and your teammates able to pull this one out, especially the way it got there down in the closing stretch?
The biggest thing I would say is believing. We know going into this game was going to be a hard game. It's a great team over there. And we knew they was going to go on runs. And when adversity hits you, you got to know how to handle it. So I feel like they went on a run late, but in the huddles, we told our guys, just believe. Believe that we can win. And some guys stepped up and made some big shots.
Juwan, you had 18 points on 18 shot attempts. That's the second most shot attempts you've had all year. Only Kansas did you shoot more. Was that the game plan, or did you realize that Gonzaga was forcing you to be the playmaker tonight?
I mean, going into the game, we got monster shooters like Emmanuel and LJ. So going into the game, we kind of see that they wasn't helping off those guys. So I feel like, that little shot was the shot that's available. And earlier I was missing. And at halftime, coaches said, just keep shooting that shot. You rep that shot out every day in practice. And just believe in it. So, starting the second half, I just had more confidence in myself, and I just kept shooting the same shot.
Jawan, you're back on to the second weekend, the Sweet 16. Congratulations on the win.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good job.
Jawan Roberts with 18 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. He's been a part of just about all of those Sweet 16 runs now for Houston. The sixth-year senior back to the second weekend. And Roberts heads up the tunnel of the locker room. Yeah, he's in pain. He's got the brace on his right ankle. Looks just fine. You wouldn't be able to tell otherwise. Time now to select the player of the game. Sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better. Member-only doorbuster deals. Shop these limited-time savings before they're gone. Lowe's, they help you save. As great as Roberts was, is it L.J. Cryer?
Yeah, it's L.J. Cryer. 30 points on an efficient 8 of 15 shooting. Okay, so you start there. You like that. But I thought, his poise down the stretch is always comforting. when you foul him, it's almost like automatic 2. Let's speed up the game and just put 2 points on the board and go back. And what a luxury it is for Kelvin Sampson to have old dudes in the backcourt like LJ Cryer. Miles Uzan looked a little bit shook, but he can lean on LJ Cryer to kind of take it over. But, this is an older team with Cryer and Uzan and Jawan Roberts and Malik Wilson. Again, so LJ Cryer is my player of the game, but I want to shout out Malik Wilson again. I thought he was brilliant in what he was asked to do, and when they needed a rebound, they needed a stopper, they needed a steal, Malik came up, and again, he's a senior as well.
Yeah, Malik Wilson, 3 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block shot. Those 6th-year seniors, the 5th-year seniors, Kelvin Sampson has said this is the most mature team I have had in my 11 years at Houston, and it's showing. It's shown all year. Houston is now 32-4, and they're off to the Sweet 16. 81-76 over Gonzaga. When we return, we'll have more of the All-State postgame report. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit.
The tournament is here. March Madness is here. The craziness is here. Don't forget, hit that like button down below and share this link out so we can get more basketball fans here in the chat, hanging out with us, cheering on your favorite team.
Clayton steals it and lays it in. Clayton a good look. Hit 6.
Check out our new website, www.torontosportsinsider.com, and check out the link that is in the description as well as in the chat that shows where all of the live viewers are watching from. Are you an insider yet? Have you hit that subscribe button? I bet you have now. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for checking out our Bracket Mania campaign. A lot more coming up soon.
What a great scene this is.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us.
Houston, but they weathered that storm, right? And then Gonzaga goes into that 1-3-1 half-court trapping zone. And for the first time, I think all season, Ted, I saw Houston flustered. They looked rattled a little bit, but then they get LJ Cryer to the foul line, and that's where that experience kicks in. I mean, he drilled 2 free throws, the most important free throws of their season, like he was just playing in his backyard. And so even when Houston didn't have a great close to this game, they gave it to their leader, and they're the one team that I watch and I say to myself, I would not want to play against Houston. It's just a chore. They're so physical, and this year they can shoot the 3. It really does. I'm not saying that they're the favorite because Duke looks really good too. Florida is really powerful, but man, if you're a Houston fan, you got to say, yep, we got as good a chance as any of those teams that I mentioned. It's pretty impressive.
Casey, time now for the Ego Power Player of the Day. Sponsored by Ego, tools that deliver or exceed the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, and fumes. For any outdoor challenge, count on Ego tools to deliver the power, performance, and innovation you need. Ego, power beyond belief. All right, from the 2 games, who's your Player of the Day?
I'm going with J.T. Toppin, the sophomore forward for Texas Tech, and that's all due respect to L.J. Cryer, who tied his career high with 30 tonight. I just thought after 2 nights ago, J.T. Toppin only shot 8 times. He's their All-American big guy, and if I were him, I would be like, you know what? Hey, guys, we need to be more of an inside-outside team, so throw me the ball. And they did. He responded. 25 points tonight against Drake, 11 of 13 from the field. Drake's a small team, and Texas Tech just they didn't get cute. They said, yeah, we got a player that no one else on the floor can guard. Let's go to him. He also had 12 rebounds. He had 3 blocks. It was one of the more complete games that I've seen from J.T. Toppin, and he's been awesome all year.
The kind of numbers that he put up over the second half of the Big 12 season that led to him being named the Player of the Year in the conference. He was featured early, often. Texas Tech onto the Sweet 16, just like Houston. Time now for the Smart Coaching Move of the Day, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm going with Kelvin Sampson. In the second half, he said to himself, you know what, Malik Wilson has earned the minutes out here, and I'm going to play him. And he took Joseph Tugler off the floor. They went smaller, and Malik Wilson rewarded his coach by, it was almost like there were 2 Maliks out there. He was flying around on defense. He got key offensive rebounds. He guarded his position. He never complains that the ball never comes to him because he realizes that that's not really his role. That's how